can. Here's a question. Question of the day is, should you, the game dev, be held responsible if your game is too addictive? So in other words, if you have an addictive game, should you be held responsible for having an addictive game? Is it your fault that your game is addictive? Oh, interesting. Like Flappy Bird. Yeah, everybody's been talking about Flappy Bird. It's like, it's as simple as game, right? How he removed it because of all the stuff he was going on. Yeah, and it's as simple as game. Anybody can make that game. I don't think that you should be like held. I mean, I see where people are saying responsible for being a game too addictive. I don't think that in his case he should have removed it. I think he should have kept it, but he should have put like a closed captions. You know, kind of like when you're underage and you play a game that's like 18 plus. He should have put like kind of like a checkpoint that you agree. He's like, you're aware this game is addictive. Please make sure you agree before playing. And then that way he'll be fine. He won't be held liable because you read the, the instructions and you agreed to them. That's what he should have done. Honestly, if I notice, like, let's say for me in my case, let's say I make like a game jam game or something quick, and then all of a sudden people are playing it addictive, kind of like Zombie Survival, right? So, right, the Vampire Survival, how people were so addicted and made so much money. If that were the case, I would put like a closed caption as a hey, warning, this game is addictive. By you clicking on this, checkpoint, you agree, right, that you are gonna play this game and it's gonna be addictive. That's what I would have done. I would have not removed it. But by players agreeing to it, then you kind of covered, right? No one can say, "Oh, well, I didn't know." Well, you agreed to the captions, right? You agreed to the I guess you can say the, what do I want to call it? The agreement, the contract. Personally, I do not think the dev should worry much about it. Though in some countries, game will alert you if you have been playing a really long time. Like, yeah, I mean, that would be good. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with people alerting you. Like, hey, by the way, you've been playing for 2 or 3 hours. Maybe you should take a break. That'll be fine. I'll be okay with that. I would do that, something like that. Like, if people were playing my game for like 2-3 hours, they're like, hey, man, you've been playing your game for like 2-3 hours. Why don't you take a break? That'll be fine. Like, if it's a really, really addictive game, yeah, I would do that. I mean, usually the addictive games kind of like, get you hooked sometimes. And I get it. I know some people that get really hooked on anything, really. Right? It could be gambling, it could be anything. Right? It shouldn't be, I guess it shouldn't be like a law, but you should be held, I guess. You could be held for a lawsuit. Say you intentionally do a game that you know people are going to be addicted to, right? That you kind of like do like a slot machine type of game. Kind of like a gambling game. Kind of like Counter-Strike does it. Like all those free microtransactions games do it. They know what they're doing, right? They're aware that they want to make their games addicting so you can play it more free. And then you get to the point, it's like, oh, I can't reach this threshold because I have to pay. Right? That's really the idea of the microtransaction games. Trying to get you addicted to that point where it's like, oh, I gotta pay this amount. It's like, shoot, what do I do? Usually you end up paying because you invested so much time on the game. Right? You're not gonna want to start from the beginning. It's like, screw it, I'm just gonna pay. That happens a lot. And yeah, I can see why people would get, worried about it, or parents might get worried about it. But if you agree to it, like let's say you agree to something like, oh, okay, I agree to, I understand this game is, mostly microtransaction type of game, and then you're aware that you can get addicted to it, then yeah, there's nothing they can do about it. You can't really be held liable in that case. I don't like it when devs intentionally abuse something, making it really easy, very easy to spend money, one click and design in game, instead of making it fun. Yeah, I mean, but people are aware, right? I remember, and then you guys can correct me. I remember way back there was this The Simpsons Tap Out. I don't know if you guys played that one, The Simpsons Tap Out. Me and my coworkers who played all the time. We're all playing it, like The Simpsons Tap Out. Like some of us were more addicted than others. And we found this Reddit article, and it said some kid would spend money on the donuts because you had to buy the donuts. Like he spent like what was it like, over like $10,000 on just buying mobile purchase transactions, right? And this was a little kid, right? He didn't know. He was using his mom's credit card, right? And mom like, yeah, sure, you can play games, play all you want, right? And then you get the bill, it's like $10,000. What? $10,000? In that case, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Whenever you make a game like that you know people are gonna get addicted and they're gonna end up spending money, you need to kind of like put an agreement there saying, hey, by the way, by you reading this and you clicking yes, you're aware this game is addictive, right? And in that case, then you know what you're getting yourself into. It's not deceptive in that case. That's what I meant to say. And what do you guys think? I don't know. I want to see what you guys' input. Would you say that that will be the case?